Hello everyone, my name is Om. Welcome to the Tea Break series. This is a series of short videos, usually not longer than 5 minutes, discussing various tech ideas. In this session, we are going to learn about Indianness and what do we mean when we say our system is little Indian or big Indian. Let us briefly talk about memory organization. So let us take an example of 8x1 memory. So that would be something like this. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, and each this row represents the address. So address 0, address 1, address 2, address 3, so on, and each row indexes 1 bit. So this is bit addressable. When I say bit addressable, it means that each address can uniquely identify a single bit. Now similarly, I can have each address indexed into a byte. So this is basically 1 byte. Then in that case 0, 1, 2, so any address increment actually can index one particular byte. So this is called byte addressable memory. And similarly, if it is a word, then it becomes a word addressable. Now in most of the cases, the memory what we use today, or the memory organization what we use today, or the interface protocol, all this uses byte addressable memory. So what this means that we can uniquely identify each byte within the memory. Now in this case, if you see, if we use like this, it becomes like a very large row, correct? But we could have something like this. This can be again read on something like this. We could have a word of data, and within the word we can have 4 bytes. So this, suppose this each row is now 32 bits. So each has 0 byte, first byte, second byte, third byte, fourth byte, fifth, and so on. Now each address, when we say byte addressable, means we can still address this byte, we can still address this byte, we can still address this byte, and we can still address this byte. But when I'm accessing one entire row, I will get 32 bytes together, but I can choose to index a particular byte as well. Now in this case, and subsequent address increment from this row to this row would have consumed 4 bytes. So the address increment would be +4. So if this is address 0, this would be 4, this would be 8, this would be C, and so on. Now if this was like 64 bits wide data, then each address increment would be 0, 8, 10, 18, all in hex. Okay. Having discussed the memory organization, let us now discuss about Indianness. So let us assume this is our time, or basically a clock, like clock 0, clock first 0th cycle, first cycle, second cycle, third cycle, and so on. And each cycle we receive 1 byte of data, AA, BB, CC, DD, EE, and so on. These are all in hex. Now depending on our previous slide, we have seen that the memory could be like this. So this could have, if this is a byte addressable memory, this AA we have to choose where to place AA, either on this or either on this or somewhere else as well. Now depending on where I place this AA, BB, and like so on in the order which I will describe next, that determines what the system Indianness is. So Indianness is nothing but the ordering or sequencing of a bytes within a word in the memory of a computer. Now let us see this. So for a big Indian, what we are saying is, so now this, if you see this is 8 bytes. So each row has 64 bits of data. So if this is 8 bytes, so any consecutive address increment will be by 8, 0, 8, 10, 18, all hex. And then within a row when I'm saying the first. So when I receive AA, what big endian assumes that this particular first, so this is the 0th byte, this is the first byte, this is second byte, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. So it assumes that the data would be stored like in this order. AA would come here, BB would come here, CC would come here, and so on. Now, if it was a little endian, so if I fill this, so I'll get something like this: A, B, B, C, C, D, E, F, F, and then it will again start from here. So basically, the MSB, if you see this is, if we name this as MSB, and if I name this as LSB, for big endian, the data starts from the MSB and then proceeds to the LSB. Correct? In contrast to this, the little endian, if this is LSB and if this is MS byte, the data starts from here. So byte 0 is here, byte 1 is here, byte 2 is here, byte 3 is here, byte 4 is here, 5, 6, and 7. So the data entry starts from like this. So byte 0 is on the LSB side, byte 7 is on the MSB side. In case of big endian, it was the reverse. So now the data would be like this: AA, BB, CC, DD, and so on. Now, depending on the system architecture, the ISA, or like certain preference, some systems assume big endian, some system assume little endian. It's like a, yeah, it's like a choice what the architecture determines. But then once you know this, like it's a across a word, like when I'm accessing the entire 64 bytes, correct, I will get my entire data. Like when I'm saying that I'm accessing this entire from here to here, and this particular thing makes sense for me. The entire data would be, however I stored in the memory, after I retrieve, I will see in this format. I know that byte 0 is this, byte 1 is this, byte 2 is this, because only in storing of the memory, byte 0 is here or byte 0 is here. But if you see, the association of data with byte 0 is always like this. It's same, byte 0 with A, byte 1 with BB. So there is no discrepancy, like a mismatch of data what we assumed as byte 0. That remains consistent, be it a little endian or a big endian systems. Only the way the data is populated in the memory differs. So this is like after we have populated. So now suppose you want to test your system, like the PC what you're working on, like with whether it's a big endian or little endian, how to do that. So here I have taken an integer. Again, let us assume this integer is a 32 bit. Now we are trying to store a value 32 bits. So like this. So this is first byte, all are in hex. So this first byte, third byte, so 0th byte, first byte, second byte, third byte. Now what we are trying to, we are storing. So when we say 32 bits, so this is the view of the memory. Now if it is a big endian or if it is a little endian, so if it is a big endian, correct, the first 0th byte would be stored here. So it will be 10, 32, 54, 76. But if it is a little endian, it will be 10, 32, 54, and 76. Now what are we trying to do here? So we are trying to, the location where we have stored this, correct. Now the address of this, correct. So we know that ampersand of a variable returns the address. So depending on which system are we, like whether we are in big endian or little endian, the ampersand n will return the address of this, and this address we are casting it to a character pointer. Once we make the address as a character pointer and then access the value at that, once we access the character at that point, the value at that pointer, if we get 10, then we can say that it's a little Indian system. But if we get a value like 76, then we know that this is a big Indian system. This is a very simple example. You can play around with this, and then just yeah, this is just for information. Yeah, so this is the confirmation on this. So if you can even print out the value what you received from this, and then you can see it for yourself whether it's like 10 or 76. I hope this video was useful. If you wish to be notified for future updates, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon. Thank you.